Chapter 22. And David spake unto Jehovah the words of this song in the day that Jehovah delivered him out of the hands of all his enemies, and out of the hand of Saul. And he said, Jehovah is my rock, and my fortress, and my deliverer, even mine. God my rock, in him will I take refuge, my shield, and the horn of my salvation, my high tower, and my refuge. My Saviour, thou savest me from violence. I will call upon Jehovah, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from mine enemies. For the waves of death compassed me, the floods of ungodliness made me afraid. The cords of Sheol were round about me. The snares of death came upon me. In my distress I called upon Jehovah, yea, I called unto my God. And he heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came into his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled, the foundations of heaven quaked, and were shaken because he was wroth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and thick darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon a cherub, and did fly. Yea, he was seen upon the wings of the wind. And he made darkness pavilions round about him, gathering of waters, thick clouds of the skies. At the brightness before him coals of fire were kindled. Jehovah thundered from heaven, and the Most High uttered his voice. And he sent out arrows and scattered them, lightning and discomfited them. Then the channels of the sea appeared. The foundations of the world were laid bare by the rebuke of Jehovah, at the blast of the breath of his nostrils. He sent from on high, he took me, he drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy, from them that hated me, for they were too mighty for me. They came upon me in the day of my calamity, but Jehovah was my stay. He brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. Jehovah rewarded me according to my righteousness. According to the cleanness of my hands hath he recompensed me. For I have kept the ways of Jehovah, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his ordinances were before me, and as for his statutes, I did not depart from them. I was also perfect toward him, and I kept myself from mine iniquity. Therefore hath Jehovah recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to my cleanness in his eyesight. With the merciful thou wilt show thyself merciful. With the perfect man thou wilt show thyself perfect. With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure, and with the perverse thou wilt show thyself froward. And the afflicted people thou wilt save, but thine eyes are upon the haughty, that thou mayest bring them down. For thou art my lamp, O Jehovah, and Jehovah will lighten my darkness. For by thee I run upon a troop, by my God do I leap over a wall. As for God, his way is perfect, the word of Jehovah is tried. He is a shield unto all them that take refuge in him. For who is God, save Jehovah? And who is a rock, save our God? God is my strong fortress, and he guideth the perfect in his way. He maketh his feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon my high places. He teacheth my hands to war, so that mine arms do bend a bow of brass. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy gentleness hath made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, and my feet have not slipped. I have pursued mine enemies and destroyed them. Neither did I turn again till they were consumed. And I have consumed them, and smitten them through, so that they cannot rise. Yea, they are fallen under my feet. For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me. Thou hast also made mine enemies turn their backs unto me, that I might cut off them that hate me. They looked, but there was none to save, even unto Jehovah, but he answered them not. Then did I beat them small as the dust of the earth. I did crush them as the mire of the streets, and did spread them abroad. Thou also hast delivered me from the strivings of my people. Thou hast kept me to be the head of the nations. A people whom I have not known shall serve me. The foreigners shall submit themselves unto me. As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me. The foreigners shall fade away, and shall come trembling out of their close places. Jehovah liveth, and blessed be my rock, and exalted be God, the rock of my salvation, even the God that executeth vengeance for me, and that bringeth down peoples under me, and that bringeth me forth from mine enemies. Yea, thou liftest me up above them that rise up against me. Thou deliverest me from the violent man. Therefore I will give thanks unto thee, O Jehovah, among the nations, and will sing praises unto thy name. Great deliverance giveth he to his king, and showeth loving kindness to his anointed, to David and to his seed, for evermore. End of chapter 22. Chapter 23. Now these are the last words of David. David the son of Jesse saith, and the man who was raised on high saith, the anointed of the God of Jacob, and the sweet psalmist of Israel, the Spirit of Jehovah spake by me, and his word was upon my tongue. The God of Israel said, the rock of Israel spake to me, one that ruleth over men righteously, that ruleth in the fear of God. He shall be as the light of the morning, when the sun riseth, a morning without clouds, when the tender grass springeth out of the earth, through clear shining after rain. Verily my house is not so with God, yet he hath made with me an everlasting covenant, ordered in all things and sure, for it is all my salvation and all my desire, although he maketh it not to grow. But the ungodly shall be all of them as thorns to be thrust away, because they cannot be taken with the hand. But the man that toucheth them must be armed with iron, and the staff of a spear, and they shall be utterly burned with fire in their place. These are the names of the mighty men whom David had: Josheb-Basshebeth, a Tachamonite, chief of the captains. The same was Adino the Eznite, against 800 slain at one time. And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodai, the son of an Ahohite, one of the 3 mighty men with David, when they defied the Philistines that were there gathered together to battle, and the men of Israel were gone away. He arose and smote the Philistines until his hand was weary, and his hand clave unto the sword. And Jehovah wrought a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only to take spoil. And after him was Shema, the son of Agi, a Hararite, and the Philistines were gathered together into a troop, where was a plot of ground full of lentils, and the people fled from the Philistines. But he stood in the midst of the plot, and defended it, and slew the Philistines, and Jehovah wrought a great victory. And 3 of the 30 chief men went down, and came to David in the harvest time unto the cave of Adullam, and the troop of the Philistines was encamped in the valley of Rephaim. And David was then in the stronghold, and the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David longed, and said, O that one would give me water to drink of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate. And the 3 mighty men brake through the host of the Philistines, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it, and brought it to David. But he would not drink thereof, but poured it out unto Jehovah. And he said, Be it far from me, O Jehovah, that I should do this. Shall I drink the blood of the men that went in jeopardy of their lives? Therefore he would not drink it. These things did the 3 mighty men. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief of the 3. And he lifted up his spear against 300, and slew them, and had a name among the 3. Was he not most honorable of the 3? Therefore he was made their captain. Howbeit he attained not unto the first 3. And Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done mighty deeds, he slew the 2 sons of Ariel of Moab. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in time of snow. And he slew an Egyptian, a goodly man, and the Egyptian had a spear in his hand. But he went down to him with a staff, and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand, and slew him with his own spear. These things did Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and had a name among the 3 mighty men. He was more honorable than the 30, but he attained not to the first 3, and David set him over his guard. Asahel, the brother of Joab, was one of the 30. Elhanan, the son of Dodo of Bethlehem. Shema, the Harodite. Elika, the Harodite. Helez, the Paltite. Ira, the son of Ikesh, the Tekoite. Abiezer, the Anathothite. Mebunai, the Hushathite. Zalmon, the Ahohite. Maharai, the Netophathite. Heleb, the son of Baanah, the Netophathite. Ittai, the son of Ribai, of Gibeah of the children of Benjamin. Benaiah, a Pirathonite. Hiddai of the brooks of Gaash. Ababon, the Arbathite. Asmaveth, the Barhumite. Eliba, the Shaalbonite. The sons of Jashen, Jonathan, Shema, the Hararite. Ahiam, the son of Sherar, the Ararite. Eliphalet, the son of Abishai, the son of the Machaathite. Eliam, the son of Ahithophel, the Gilonite. Hezro, the Carmelite. Pearai, the Arbite. Igal, the son of Nathan of Zobah. Bani, the Gadite. Zelek, the Ammonite. Naharai, the Beerothite. Armor-bearers to Joab, the son of Zeruiah. Ira, the Ithrite. Gareb, the Ithrite. Uriah, the Hittite. 37 in all. End of chapter 23. Chapter 24. And again the anger of Jehovah was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them, saying, Go, number Israel and Judah. And the king said to Joab, the captain of the host, who was with him, Go now to and fro through all the tribes of Israel, from Dan even to Beersheba, and number ye the people, that I may know the sum of the people. And Joab said unto the king, Now Jehovah thy God add unto the people, how many soever they may be, 100-fold, and may the eyes of my lord the king see it. But why doth my lord the king delight in this thing? Notwithstanding, the king's word prevailed against Joab, and against the captains of the host. And Joab and the captains of the host went out from the presence of the king, to number the people of Israel. And they passed over the Jordan, and encamped in Aroer, on the right side of the city, that is in the middle of the valley of Gad, and unto Jazer. Then they came to Gilead, and to the land of Tahtim-Hodshai, and they came to Dan-Jaan, and round about to Sidon, and came to the stronghold of Tyre, and to all the cities of the Hivites, and of the Canaanites, and they went out to the south of Judah at Beersheba. So when they had gone to and fro through all the land, they came to Jerusalem at the end of 9 months and 20 days. And Joab gave up the sum of the numbering of the people unto the king. And there were in Israel 800,000 valiant men that drew the sword, and the men of Judah were 500,000 men. And David's heart smote him after that he had numbered the people. And David said unto Jehovah, I have sinned greatly in that which I have done. But now, O Jehovah, put away, I beseech thee, the iniquity of thy servant, for I have done very foolishly. And when David rose up in the morning, the word of Jehovah came unto the prophet Gad, David's seer, saying, Go and speak unto David. Thus saith Jehovah, I offer thee 3 things. Choose thee one of them, that I may do it unto thee. So Gad came to David, and told him, and said unto him, Shall 7 years of famine come unto thee in thy land? Or wilt thou flee 3 months before thy foes, while they pursue thee? Or shall there be 3 days' pestilence in thy land? Now advise thee, and consider what answer I shall return to him that sent me. And David said unto Gad, I am in a great strait. Let us fall now into the hand of Jehovah, for his mercies are great, and let me not fall into the hand of man. So Jehovah sent a pestilence upon Israel from the morning even to the time appointed, and there died of the people from Dan even to Beersheba 70,000 men. And when the angel stretched out his hand toward Jerusalem to destroy it, Jehovah repented him of the evil, and said to the angel that destroyed the people, It is enough. Now stay thy hand. And the angel of Jehovah was by the threshing floor of Araunah the Jebusite. And David spake unto Jehovah when he saw the angel that smote the people, and said, Lo, I have sinned, and I have done perversely. But these sheep, what have they done? Let thy hand, I pray thee, be against me, and against my father's house. And Gad came that day to David, and said unto him, Go up, rear an altar unto Jehovah in the threshing floor of Araunah the Jebusite. And David went up according to the saying of Gad, as Jehovah commanded. And Araunah looked forth, and saw the king and his servants coming on toward him. And Araunah went out, and bowed himself before the king with his face to the ground. And Araunah said, Wherefore is my lord the king come to his servant? And David said, To buy the threshing floor of thee, to build an altar unto Jehovah, that the plague may be stayed from the people. And Araunah said unto David, Let my lord the king take and offer up what seemeth good unto him. Behold, the oxen for the burnt offering, and the threshing instruments, and the yokes of the oxen for the wood. All this, O king, doth Araunah give unto the king. And Araunah said unto the king, Jehovah thy God accept thee. And the king said unto Araunah, Nay, but I will verily buy it of thee at a price. Neither will I offer burnt offerings unto Jehovah my God, which cost me nothing. So David bought the threshing floor and the oxen for 50 shekels of silver. And David built there an altar unto Jehovah, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings. So Jehovah was entreated for the land, and the plague was stayed from Israel. End of chapter 24.